Okay, it's official, as if you needed something to say it's official, but it's official. This winter was Colorado's warmest ever on record.
Or if you needed us to say that again, we've been saying this now. It could be a possibility for months. Now the data has actually confirmed it. Meteorologist Chris Bianchi is here to show us just how historic this winter was. I mean, we all felt it.
Yeah, Kim and Phil, here's the thing. It's not, when these numbers came out this morning, I was shocked at just how warm it was and how much we broke the old record by. I thought it would end up being fairly close. And just for what it's worth, it's the National Centers for Environmental Institute. They go back and reassess the numbers based on a number of different factors, based on actual readings and also satellite analysis. It's a big, complicated process to reanalyze. And of course, this is December the 1st through February the 28th, climatological winter, right? We measure seasons by full months for equal climate keeping purposes. Average temperature statewide, including the mountains, 33.6 degrees. Why is that significant? Yes, hottest winter on record. Records date back to 1895 in terms of how this is assessed. But look at number 2 on this list, 32 degrees. We broke the record statewide by 1.6 degrees. So it might not sound like a lot. That is the equivalent of the Broncos winning by 4 or 5 touchdowns, winning or losing. You get the analysis, so you get the point here, right? This was a blowout in terms of just how much warmer this was than our previous warmest winter on record. Again, when I saw this number this morning, my jaw literally dropped when I saw these numbers. Again, notice how much closer these numbers are together and then how much this one jumps out. Just a shocking statistic. So when you see in terms of the reasons why we saw such a warm winter, of course, generally speaking, and I'm going to get into this in just a second, the La Nina weather pattern, but you can certainly see the influence of a warming climate, right? This chart analyzes our average wintertime temperature across the state of Colorado from 1895 to now. And notice this is this year, right there at the very top of that little orange spike there. But the general trend line, there's the influence of a warming climate and now the new record. But the persistent La Nina, in terms of the day-to-day weather factors to why it was so warm, that La Nina meant we had high pressure overhead, and we had this big trough of low pressure across southeastern Canada, northern Quebec, and that just would not dissipate, kept spinning storms down to the east coast, and it kept us baking underneath that big ridge of high pressure. And then, as I mentioned, the influence of a warming climate, no doubt about it, behind why it was such a warm and dry winter for us in Colorado. And Kim and Phil, looking ahead to the next couple of weeks and to the end of March, we may be talking about 80s in Denver next week. We've only had 15 days in the month of March on record since 1872 with a high temperature of 80 or above in Denver. My guess is we'll have a couple of those next week.